Good morning. I'm gonna do a mini day in the life today. It's been a while since I've done one. It's November 1st, so it is the day after Halloween. Kids are probably gonna be crazy. But here we go. So today in my research class, which are sophomores who are also taking a world history class, this is like an elective where they're working on reading. They're doing a short reading on the Catholic Reformation or the Counter-Reformation. I made this, has some vocab helpers for some words that I don't know if they'll be familiar with on each side. And then they're answering these document-based questions. And then on the back for this one, they have this letter. It's not a real letter, it's not a primary source, but it's made up what someone would write from the perspective of someone living through the Counter-Reformation. They have to read it and respond, but the key is they have to respond to 4 of the concerns in here, and then they have to use 3 of the vocab words from the reading. And then my freshmen, they're in pre-AP World History and Geography. They're learning about spatial reorganization and migration right now. So today we're gonna watch a video about Europe's migrant camps during coronavirus. And they're going to do this Avid style worksheet. It's actually a great worksheet for literally any video. So on the left-hand side, you have them just jot down passages from the video, anything they see that stood out to them. And then on the right-hand side, they have to write a response. And it gives them different ideas. Like they can respond by analyze it, they can evaluate it, reflect, they can make a personal connection, something they learned in class, they can make a drawing, they can ask questions, just any kind of response. There's a wrap-up question, and then they process that information by writing a poem. This is another Avid style lesson from the perspective of a person migrating during a pandemic. So it's things like, I am, they have to say like who those people are. And then I wonder, something they'd be curious about. I feel, something they would feel emotionally. There's I touch, something they would touch physically. So it makes them really put themselves into the shoes of people who are going through this. This is my handout rack. I never hand out papers to students. It's a waste of my time. So this is the stuff from yesterday. I'll just take it off. My sophomores know that this is their rack, so they come in and grab anything on the rack. And then my freshmen know that this is their rack, and they come in and grab whatever's off there. Pretty easy. So my morning routine is pretty much the same every morning. I come in, I sit down at my desk, and the first thing I have to do is look at what am I doing for the day. I pull up my files. I teach 2 preps this year, so I have 2 different courses I have to look at. Normally I'm planned already, right? I try to be ahead of time. And then I get those printed out. As a teacher, like one of the most frustrating things is just getting copies done. We have a copier in our hall, luckily, and it was broken for a while, but it's fixed now. I should probably turn this fan off. It's Florida, guys. It's always hot. I get my copies printed first because I'm here so early, so that way I get it done before everyone else gets here. I'm not standing in their way. There's probably a better way for me to like, does this work, guys? I don't know. I'll just hold it. I'm gonna get my copies printed, and then if I have to get any PowerPoints pulled up on my like New Line board, we have these really fancy, I can point, boards this year. And then I do daily slides. So I don't do bell work anymore. I love the idea of like a review question, and I can put that up on my daily slides, but it's also like reminders, like, is there something they owe me? Is there something that they should be working on? What's my phone policy for the day? Because some days I let them have music, especially my sophomores. They do a lot of reading. So if they want to read I could never do that. But if they want to read while they listen to music, that's fine. But like, hey, you can have your devices out today or put away because they might need it. I also get the modules up on Canvas. So that's the name of the platform we use online. It's kind of like Blackboard, I think, like if you use that in college, but that way if they want to submit their work online, I ideally like that, because then if they don't have a name on the paper, that type of thing, and also I can grade from anywhere, not that I grade from home, but anyway, I get those modules up on Canvas for each class, and I have to find ways to plan and grade throughout the day. I get one planning period this year at second period, so I get a lot of that done during second period. And yeah, that's my morning. I also have to walk to the main office every morning to sign in. It's kind of far because we're in a separate building, so gotta go do that too. It's kind of annoying. So tomorrow's last day I'm gonna accept your writing assessment. So if you have not given that to me, it's pretty late at this point. So if you haven't given it to me, tomorrow's the cutoff date. If you haven't given me any of your sub work, I mean, ideally you should have that now, right? Because it should be done, but I'll take it through tomorrow. So it is connected to spatial reorganization. So you're going to investigate how migration looks during a pandemic. I don't know if you would have thought about this ever, but it would look really different during a pandemic, right? We had so many rules and restrictions. So you're going to start by watching a YouTube video from BBC. I'll put it on. You're going to use an Avid style worksheet to take notes. We've done these before, but I'll go over it in just a moment. And then you're going to complete an IM poem, which I'll also explain to you from the perspective of someone migrating through a pandemic. Okay. So for example, you could say like, I see a community living in a tent. And then you might say like that region would have to spatially reorganize in order to create housing for them, right? So it's second period, which is my planning period. I typically use this to either plan, so write lessons, get that stuff ready, or grade. So that's what I'm gonna be doing right now. It goes by really quickly. One of the teachers next to me had a girl in his class crying about a boy who broke up with her, so we brought her a cupcake. I'm also gonna give a really quick tour of my classroom because it's really cute for a high school classroom. So we live in Florida. So I have some Florida stuff, USF. These flags that are all the way around, woo, they actually really dress it up. I recommend for history, that's awesome. Decoration, that's really, really cheap, but anything that you can like hang along the ceiling makes it super cute. That's my new line board. It's actually really cool. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like a smart board, but you can like access Google and PowerPoint and Word and OneDrive and a browser and the internet and whatever. I know some of y'all are gonna hate me for this. I don't care. Right now I can have it up until the school tells me to take it down. Got my little podium, a cute little table and rug. This is like from Five Below. I have one bulletin board, y'all. This I've had my entire 8 years of teaching. It's like that stretchy leotard fabric. It's the best for bulletin boards. I need to fix this, but it hides staples really well. But I've got this sparkly, it's cute, goes with everything. I have little succulents on each side. They really dress it up. These plants normally hang up here, but I just watered them, so. And anyway, I put student work up there. I have some geography posters, random things on my ceiling, globes, like little blow-up globes, and then globes. And then I've painted some ceiling tiles years ago. You can buy like, back then, it's been a while now, so it's probably gone up. You can buy ceiling tiles. I think it was like 8 for $40 a long time ago. And they were really fun to paint like over the summer. I put like historical quotes and like funny lyrics and stuff. Let's see, over here I have a big bird of paradise and some plants. Normally I have like a tapestry up here behind my desk, like just different pretty things. And I wanna like change it up for the holidays, but I can't find my glue sticks and one fell down, so I need to fix it. But here's my desk. I got a cute little rug. I bought myself a nice chair this year. I have this table that I just put work and different things on. One of my classes requested cuties, so I bought them cuties. That TV we don't even use anymore. This just collects junk. I don't know, I need to get better at figuring that out. I have more little succulents up here in the back windows because they're so cute. I think they just make it like fresher in here. Some fake trees. These are also off Amazon. They're pretty cheap. I don't like that 3 of them are black because it was like 2 sets of 2 and one's white. It's annoying, but whatever. I have a bookshelf. There's really nothing over here, just like random art and then books and a couple pictures of my kids and then like, I don't even know, junk. This 1960s map of Africa is one of my favorite things I own as a teacher. I love it. Just some more geography, posters, and maps. This is my handout table. So right when they walk in the door, they walk by this table, grab their handouts if they need pencils or whatever. And then I have my students in groups right now. It just works best for what I do. But that's pretty much it. It's so cute, right? Okay, so right now I'm going to start a lesson for my research class for tomorrow. So this research class is actually sophomores who are in world history in another class, and then this is their elective. My class is intended to get more reading practice done with them, more answering document-based questions so that they do better on their standardized tests. So I'm not a reading teacher, I'm a history teacher, but they just read about history in my class. So what I do is I pull up this blueprint that comes from the county. I look at where world history is paced at right now. So I know that they're in the Reformation, Scientific Revolution, Age of Exploration in this unit. So I'm going through each of these standards or benchmarks and I'll find what I need to cover. Especially, I try to focus on things that would be more interesting for them. So right now I know I'm going to do the Scientific Revolution, but I want to find a fun aspect of it that they can read about, because the purpose of this class specifically isn't necessarily getting the content, but learning to read and analyze the source and write about it, right? So I can find a very interesting aspect to the Scientific Revolution that they don't get to cover on world history and make a reading and document-based questions on that. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I have all the text I want. It's actually kind of a longer reading, and it's not formatted at all. So this is what it looks like. It's just in like Calibri, or however you say that font. Right now it's 5 pages and 2,000 words. So I might try to condense it a little bit. I think that's a little long. But this is what it looks like before. Okay, so I actually got it down to 3 pages. One of the pages I accidentally just had repeating, so that was easy. Just condensed some things that were a little bit repetitive, changed the font sizes and all that kind of thing. So what I do typically is I have like a pretty font, and then if it's a title like this where it's Sir Isaac Newton and the alchemical, not even sure if I'm saying that right, pursuit, alchemical. Anyway, I'll use 2 different fonts that complement each other. So this is one font, this is the second font, and then my actual text font is this font, but this one's just in all caps. So then my titles of each little, or subtitles I guess, of each little section match up here. It just all goes good together. I put a little border on. I use custom settings for the margins because I like them to be narrow so that, you know, it takes up less pages. So I have the reading for 2 pages, and then I have an additional page that covers more specific information on the Philosopher's Stone and the Elixir of Life. So that's looking good. Hi! Ready to learn?
These are my favorite.
Yeah.
I write me a pass to the nurse or to the student or wherever. Because
I'm making a YouTube video for my teacher channel, so I'm gonna tell the story, but you don't have to be in it. Anyway, I was teaching seniors, and it was like teeny tiny classroom. Thankfully, they were seniors, and I had black like slacks on, and I squatted down, and I heard the rip like in my like crotch, and I was like, oh no.
Oh.
And it ripped from like the zipper all the way up to like the back pocket. And I was just like, okay guys, I'm gonna sit down. And like, I told them what happened, but since they were seniors, they were like really chill. And I just had a sweatshirt and I like wrapped it around. And the next period was my lunch period and I just ran to Walmart.
You ran to Walmart.
Got new pants. All right, so you wanna go to student affairs, you think, or where?
I don't know where.
I think
just need to
student
call my mom. Do I
affairs,
call, like-
student affairs would be the best.
Okay.
Okay.
To call like my mom? Okay.
Okay, do you have like a, is it like?
It's not that bad. I
Okay,
could
cool.
hide it with my bag.
How
Thanks.
fun. Hopefully I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, how are we doing?
Tired.
Did we get lots of candy?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good. You brought it all with
I
you.
have a bag with these currently.
Yes, I want to
I
see.
have 3 more of them at home.
Oh my gosh. All right. Today you are doing just a reading with questions. It's pretty straightforward. There is already a module on Canvas, so when you're done, if you could please upload to Canvas. If you don't have your device, obviously you can submit to me. Oh my gosh, finally. I had to scan. I've just this week went from a hard drive to a flash drive. I get made fun of a lot for having a hard drive. We do have OneDrive, but I just want to always have like a hard, I guess this is a hard or soft copy of all of my teacher work, the more you back it up, the better, right? So it said it had some issues and a couple of my things weren't loading. So I ran like the scan thingy, but it says it's good. So I guess we'll see. Let me try to open up the one file I was opening and see if it works. We are in geography, spatial reorganization for a sustainable future. I was trying to open the preview. Yay, okay. Oh no. Okay, well, it's okay. It's still on Canva, but I don't know what else is gonna be wrong. All right, so it's lunchtime. I so far have had one class of pre-AP World History and Geography, so the freshmen, and then I've had my planning period and then 2 classes of sophomores. So now I'll have lunch and then I have 2 more classes of sophomores and then 1 more class of freshmen. I also they just dropped off this Avid book for me, which I'm really excited about. I asked like our Avid lady, I don't know her job role anymore. She's kind of moved around a little bit, but she's awesome. I asked her for this book because we used to have it. And it's just like different Avid strategies, but for the history, social studies topic or curriculum. So it helps me come up with engaging lessons rather than just having PowerPoints and notes or just having readings and document-based questions. It's more fun activities. So for example, that I Am poem that I showed you and that video sheet that I showed you, those are both Avid style lessons. I don't know if they're from this book because we had access to this a while ago or if I found them online, but yeah. So I'm gonna go eat lunch. Bye.
Salad. My salad was not as bad as some. He ate salad with ranch, all of that shit. I'm like,
You don't like ranch?
I don't like the school ranch.
Ranch is
I
nasty.
don't like nothing from school. This broke this one. This man ate almost 3 salads. Then he got
This
mad.
is not a word. I don't know why you keep on calling
Damn,
it.
he didn't have no water.
B-I-T-C-H.
Why did he have 3 salads?
You didn't even spell it right. He had 2 at lunch and he had 2.
Look at, look, there's 2 salads right there. You see how many dressing he has?
I love a salad.
Yes.
I'm not gonna judge you for
Yeah,
eating healthy.
She wrote that B word in the class.
I don't want to hear it. Oh, you wrote it on the class set?
Yes, on the class set.
He's a liar.
Julia, who are we calling?
Nobody. No, Makai. No.
Y'all need to sit down and do some work, for real.
Was she erasing it right now?
Yadiel, sit!
She scrambled up the paper as well.
Jalasia.
I didn't even write it. He's a liar. Stop lying on my name. I don't like that.
Oh, that's right. Katrina.
No,
I remember.
I know who that is.
I'll call all the numbers.
No, it's okay.
Damn, Jaleisha.
Yadiel, I'm gonna call your parents too because you wanted to skip my class today.
What? I was trying to get the
He
bell
keeps
rang.
saying that. You was gonna go to the gym. He said his mom don't care.
No, I went to the JITC.
Your mom doesn't care if you skip?
She does, but like,
But like what?
she don't really be answering the calls.
She doesn't answer.
No.
So I could call Miss Brenda and she's not gonna answer?
Well, why say my mom's government
That's a
name?
pretty name.
That's not mine.
To the school.
How
Julia
can you
does.
last name?
Go sit down. Oh, that is what I sound like, huh?
I said,
Yes.
No, his daddy's mean. I'm gonna call his daddy. You said it to me. He said, "Are you okay?"
We got 205 days of just hellhole.
Nadia, why do you care? You don't do your work.
That's how I do it.
You just all your classes. What classes?
Hey. It's for horses. Can y'all be
I
quiet?
went in and I saw that.
Yadi out.
For real.
Everyone.
Shut up, like for real.
What's so funny?
Shut up!
Relax. He's trying to watch his show, guys.
Number 2, so the catalyst mean to change something, right?
A catalyst is kind of like a trigger, right? Yeah, it is. So it initiates a change. That it's like what, like let's say you I know you play basketball, right? So let's say like you were okay, you were mediocre, but then something happened where you were like, no, I'm gonna start doing drills every day. I'm gonna start throwing 200 free throws a day or whatever. Whatever made you do that, that was the catalyst.
Okay, so I underlined something right here. Like, where it said divided.
His 95 thesis were the catalyst, so they triggered it. Does that help you? Okay, perfect. We don't use the R word. Yes, Makai, you're lovable, but also annoying. Lovable and annoying. Mostly lovable. What? Mostly annoying.
Listen, you just hear me.
You just have a louder voice.
No way you got 2 F. A, F, C. You still in the 10th grade. A, F.
They made me pass.
That's so fast. Now you don't do nothing. Your GPA is a 1.9.
Exposing me.
How did you get promoted? They